Today I made McGriddle bites. I got this recipe idea from Luke at Cooking in the Midwest. He's got such great dinner ideas. The kids and I devoured this one. Really easy to make. First, it's just 2 cups of the pancake mix with a cup and a half of water and then a pound of cooked sausage in there. And you could use bacon or something instead. I did a cup and a half of shredded cheese and about a half of a cup or so of syrup. And then you're going to put some salt and pepper in there. Just mix it really well. And then grease a mini muffin pan really well. And then put that batter right in there. Bake at 400 for about 15 minutes and then wait till those cool to pull them out. These were delicious. We put the leftovers in the fridge and we're just going to eat them throughout the week. Highly recommend this one, guys. Let me know if you give it a try. Today I made a chicken Caesar pizza with cheddar bay biscuit dough for the crust. Okay, this is incredible. You have to try this one. Probably my favorite pizza now. Really easy to make too. I hope you guys give this one a try. So first you're going to take a sheet pan, spray that down really well with some oil. Then take that cheddar bay biscuit dough mix and make it as the package says. You're going to put that on your sheet pan. This is where my thing stopped recording. You need to put oil all over your hands to spread it out. You have to listen to that because otherwise it's really hard. Then you're going to bake it at 425 for about 8 to 10 minutes. Take that out. Make sure you can lift it a little bit just like I did. Then you're going to take some Caesar dressing, spread that over, and then that garlic butter mixture that it came with, spread that over that as well, and then spoon it all over. These are the toppings I'm using. I did about a cup of cooked chicken, onions, black olives, and then those are the 2 cheeses I'm doing. That's just really what I had. And then you're going to put that all over it just like this. Topped it with some pepper. Baked it again for around 10 minutes and then broiled it for just a bit. I added croutons to mine at the last minute. I'm glad I did. It was amazing. I hope you guys give this one a try. Let me know if you do. Today I made these amazing pretzel parmesan creamy pork chops. I am obsessed. I love to make pork chops all different ways. This is definitely one of my favorites so far. To make these, first I took 6 of these medium-ish cut pork chops and I just seasoned it with a little pepper. You can season however you want. And then I took about 3/4 cups of mayonnaise, a half cup of this spicy brown mustard, and you can just use regular Dijon if you want. Mix that together really well and then set that aside. And then I took about a cup and a half of pretzels and I crunched those up as good as I could. And then about 3/4 cups of Parmesan cheese. You're just going to put that mixture onto your pork chop. I put this on pretty thick and then you're just going to dip it in that pretzel mixture just like this. It all sticks really well. Just going to put that all onto your baking sheet and you want to grease that just a little bit. You're going to spray a little oil on top of those and then bake them at 425 for 25 minutes covered half the time. These were delicious. I hope you guys give them a try. Today I made a Twinkie cake. I know this is going to be gone in minutes because it tastes so incredible. Really easy to make. So first you're just going to get a bunch of Twinkies, line them in a 9x13 pan. Take 3 cups of cold milk and put 2 packets of vanilla pudding mix in there. Mix it up for just a bit. And then you're going to pour this over your Twinkies just like this and then spread that all around. And now you're going to take your strawberries. I did about 1.5 pounds or so of strawberries. Slice those up and then put them on the top of your pudding mix. And now your Cool Whip goes on top of there. And then I sprinkled with a little bit more of chopped strawberries. You're going to refrigerate this for a couple hours before serving. It is amazing. Today we made a dill pickle Chex Mix for a snack and it was amazing. You have to try this one. First we took a 1.5 sticks of butter and melted that down and then 2 tablespoons of this freeze-dried dill, a 1.5 packs of ranch seasoning, some pickle juice, and then garlic powder and onion powder. Now you can really add whatever you want here. We did Cheez-Its, peanuts, pretzels, rice Chex, and corn Chex. Then you're going to pour that butter mixture over this, toss it up really well, and then bake it at 250 for 1 hour and 15 minutes, and we loved it. Today, me and Georgia made the best dinner. So this has got to be one of my top 5 favorite things I've ever made. It was that good. I originally wanted to make a cheesesteak garlic bread, but it turns out I'm just making a steak garlic bread because I don't have any peppers or anything. But anyway, it's just 3/4 cups of mayonnaise, about 2 tablespoons of butter softened, a scoop of minced garlic in there, and then my cheeses are Asiago and Monterey Jack. I did a 1/2 cup of Asiago, 3/4 cups of Monterey Jack. You're going to stir that mixture up really well with some Italian seasoning too. And then I used ribeye steak. You're going to cook that in a hot pan for just 2 to 3 minutes really until it's done cooking with an onion and a little Worcestershire sauce. You're going to spread that mixture onto your bread just like so. You're going to take that steak once it's done cooking and then just top it on top of your bread. And then I added some provolone cheese to this and then topped it with some salt and pepper. Baked it at 400 degrees for 10 to 15 minutes until it was a little bit golden. This turned out incredible. We ate it for dinner with some salad. Definitely pair it with something light because the bread is pretty heavy. It could be a great appetizer too, but we really love this one. I highly recommend trying it. I had to show you guys my favorite grilled cheese. It is a brown sugar grilled cheese. This is everything you need. So you're just gonna butter up that bread really good, put it on your hot pan, and then a couple slices of American cheese, a little brown sugar, onions, and jalapenos. That is it. You're just gonna flip that over, and these are the best grilled cheeses ever. Today I made these crazy delicious Big Mac twice baked potatoes. They were incredible. It tasted like the Big Mac and the fries all in one. First, you're gonna start off with making that Big Mac sauce. I do a cup of mayonnaise, a tablespoon of mustard. It's supposed to be regular mustard, but I don't have any. 3 tablespoons of the sweet relish, a little bit of pickle juice in there, and then garlic powder, onion powder, and a smoked paprika. You're gonna stir that up really well and then set that aside for the end. And now you're gonna make 1 pound of ground beef with onion all chopped up, and then you're gonna bake those potatoes separately and then just scoop out the inside just like this so there's a nice little ridge around it too. After you drain that meat, you're going to season it however you'd like, and then with the insides of those potatoes, you're gonna add about a cup or so of shredded cheese, some salt and pepper, a couple tablespoons of softened butter, and then about a half of a cup of sour cream. You're gonna add that meat to the potatoes too, and then about a half of a cup or so of the Big Mac sauce, maybe a little more. Stir that all up really well, and then you're gonna put that mixture back into your potatoes, and then top with a little bit more cheese, and then bake it at 400 degrees for about 20 or so minutes. Top with more of that Big Mac sauce and some chopped pickles. You have to try this one. Today for dinner, I made these crispy, creamy brown sugar pork chops. These were so easy to make, only a few ingredients. These were some of the best pork chops I've ever had too. First, you're gonna take about 3/4 cups of each of these ingredients, Italian style breadcrumbs, Parmesan cheese, and then brown sugar. You're just gonna put that in a dish and then mix that all up. And then I was going to use an egg, but didn't have any, so I'm using mayonnaise, which made this nice creamy kind of base on there too. It was really good. You're gonna dip those in and get everything nice and coated really well, and then bake these at 425 for about 25 minutes. They turned out so good. They were a little bit crunchy in pieces and creamy at the same time, but they were amazing. I hope you guys give this one a try, and I hope you love it. Today I made a dill pickle salad. It was so delicious. I cannot wait for the kids to get home and try it. So first you're gonna cook 1 pound of noodles and then let them chill in the fridge. And then you're gonna add a little over 2 cups of pickles all chopped up, a half of an onion chopped up, and then 2 tablespoons of dill. And then for your sauce, you're gonna do about 3/4 cups of mayonnaise, and then 3/4 cups of sour cream. If you want it a little saucier, you can actually add a cup of each instead. All right, so then you're going to add a little bit of pickle juice. I did about 3 tablespoons or so until your desired consistency. You'll see here in a minute. And then I did garlic powder and then some salt and pepper. You're gonna stir this up really well and then just pour it over your mixture. And then I meant to add cheese before I added this, but I added it here in a minute. You could do shredded cheese instead, but I did this cubed cheese and I thought it was perfect with it. You're gonna stir this up and then let it sit in the fridge for a couple hours before serving it. It was so tasty and I cannot wait for the kids to try it. So today we're gonna make some crock pot pepper steak with mushrooms and peppers. Lena's cutting the mushrooms right now. So I'm gonna add onion that's already chopped, 3 bell peppers, what's left of them, because Lena got eating them. She's adding the mushrooms now. You don't have to add mushrooms, we just really like mushrooms. We got some steak really thinly sliced. We're just gonna put some pepper on it. Now we're gonna do about a cup of beef broth, a few tablespoons of some minced garlic, a 1/4 cup of soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce, got a teaspoon of sesame oil, just a tiny bit, 2 tablespoons of the rice vinegar, the seasoned, just a little bit, teaspoon of ginger, just a tiny bit. Ready? Oh, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. We took some of that ginger out. 2 tablespoons of cornstarch in that. And she's gonna whisk it up, and we're gonna pour this over our stuff. Also some honey. We're gonna do about 2 tablespoons of that too.